Well, just took a shower. I have a doctor's appointment. No, it's lab work to be done. So I have to go to the doctor's office and have lab work done. I'll be taking whatever they call it, Trinity Metro Access. They'll come and pick me up, and then they'll take me to the doctor's office, and then they will come back. The only problem is I'll be there, I can't, because you don't know if, of course, for lab work I should be in and out. But I want to be there at the doctor's office waiting for them to come back and pick me up. It's not like an Uber or Lyft or something like that. So I may be there a while. And I think you still have to wear a mask, so when I'm waiting in the waiting room to be picked up, I'll have to re-wear that mask, and I don't like, how it feels and how I feel. But anyway, I'll get the lab work done, and then my doctor's appointment is on August 1st. And now what's really nice is when they do the lab work, it automatically, appears on the doctor's site, and I can go and actually look at the results before I see the doctor. So that's something. Of course, I have to look up everything. If I see some high numbers or whatever, I have to look it up. What I'm concerned about is my kidney numbers. When I was in the hospital for 6 days or whatever, those numbers were not good. And the lab work has gradually, over the 2 years or whatever, every time I see the doctor every 6 months or something, sometimes I go longer, the lab work gets actually better. But I don't want to be on dialysis, don't know how much you know about that. I worked hospital security for 30 years, and a lot of the hospitals had dialysis centers, right there. The hospital and then the building hooked onto the hospital were a little bit separate. And those people got bussed in there. The buses would be, full. And the people would go in there, and I think they spent just about all day. They went in and they had nice chairs for them. They had big TVs right in front of them. And then they hook you up, and they take your blood out, and then they pump it back in after it's been, whatever's been done to it, cleaned or whatever. And I think for some reason the psychological, the mental effect, it's very hard on those people that are having that done. I don't think there's any physical pain. I don't know. I don't think there's any really physical pain, but there is an emotional, psychological thing that is difficult to deal with. So I'm hoping that I want to just die in my sleep, not wake up. I don't want to end up in a hospital hooked up to machines. But we will see what happens. But tomorrow it's just lab work. Maybe I can find about a few of the things that I have going on with me. I have a bunch that I know about, and maybe there's a few other things I can find out the answer to from the lab work and from talking to the doctor. It's almost 5 a.m. and I'm not fasting. Well, I guess I'm fasting, but I'm going to have a Coke. when I get this lab work out of the way, and then when I get the doctor's appointment out of the way, I need to see an eye doctor because I have type 2 diabetes, and you need to be checked once a year. And you don't want to go blind. And I have 2 cataracts. It's been a couple years since I went to the eye doctor. But the cataracts, when I were off to the side and not really blocking my vision, so I'm not sure what I'm going to, when I do get in to see the eye doctor. I need to get in to see a dentist really bad. What else? Eye doctor. Well, of course, I probably need a kidney doctor, a prostate doctor, or who knows what, but I've got I need to get this out of the way, then the doctor's office visit. Then I need to decide if I'm going to go to the eye doctor or the dentist. And seems like there's another one in there someplace. It appears that Manicam is working. I see the microphone responding appropriately. I don't know if I have more micro or sound problems. I don't know how to. I have a $400 rebuilt, refurbished computer here. Probably what I need is, a more modern one, state of the art or something, instead of this. Although it's been working for me, been working well for me. I have my old Dell computer, really old, and it won't even start up. I don't know if it's the power supply. I have another power supply. I have it has a kind of a fancy video card in it. That's why I have had a new power supply. My grandson put it in for me. It took a bigger power supply with some different kinds of cables to handle the new video card. But I have that stuff that I took out, or he took out. And I don't know what else I have on the shelf. So maybe I could get it out and maybe pull that new power supply out and put in my old power supply and see if that works, see if the computer boots up. I don't know. It's been sitting around for, I think, several years. So I don't know what that would turn up. I just need to win a lottery and then get a state-of-the-art computer. I have a forget what the brand is. I have a laptop and it's running Chrome. It's a Chrome box, and it doesn't have enough storage memory, but I have external plug-in 1 gigabyte. I haven't plugged that into it, but I have stuff like that I could maybe. But I bet you OBS probably runs. I bet it runs on Chrome. Some group would have set that up so that OBS would run on Chrome system, I think. So that's maybe a possibility. or the possibility I could just cross my fingers and hope that this thing improves. I like this the Elgato Wave 3 microphone. I like it, and I just got a boom arm and everything for it, and the audio sounds good. But if the sound is the problem, maybe I could use the microphone that's built into the Avery Media camera, or in the Razer camera. Maybe those microphones they wouldn't be as good, but maybe they would work, and there'd be one less thing that's a problem. I always hate this thing in the morning when I get up. I have to get dressed. Well, I have to, I already took a shower just now, but I have frequent urination is one of the problems that I have, and long story. So and then I'm going to be, of course I'll take my own urine down with me. That'll save me having to go in the bathroom and not be able to urinate, or go in the bathroom and urinate. Just so many little problems. So like I said, it looks like the, let's see, let me drag this over here for you. Minimize this and drag this over here. Here's the control panel for Manicam, and you can see over there the volume working, So I think the microphone is working. Although the last video I made, I noticed it was almost like there was a hesitation, like the microphone was voice activated, and I'm sure that's not the case. But there was just the very beginning of, if I didn't say anything, and then when I started speaking, now here you see it jumped up right away. But I don't know. This is, let's go back over here. Here's I have 3 screens set up. I could have more. And here's the second screen. And then here's the third screen, except on this one you don't, it's not, it's over here off the, onto the other monitor. And by the way, this is the Razer. Now, that I, when I moved over here, it wasn't, it wasn't working. But as soon as I clicked on the video, then it came on. I think that's part of the problem. Control of these, cameras. So, okay, I guess I have to figure out what time I want to set the alarm for in the morning. They're going to pick me up at 8:10. And my lab work, I'm supposed to be at the lab at 9:15. Now they may not pick up, exactly at 8:10. But if, you know, and then it's a bus, so but comes to the door, and then they drop people off at their door. So anyway, lab, I should get in there, you know, easily, and because it's a lab just for this doctor's office, so they're just doing that for people who are, you know, coming in there. And I think it's the same. Maybe they have a spare, or, you know, a second one that seems like it's always the same lab tech. They do a really good job. Well, maybe not a lab tech, because they don't do any of the you know, any of the. Well, they might stick a dipstick in the urine or something. But I don't think that, you know, they. But so then, you know, I'm supposed to have the blood drawn at 9:15 or about, and then they're supposed to pick me up at, let's see, lab's 9:15. I think I told them to pick me up at 10. So I have, what, 45 minutes or so. And I hope I'm not rushing to the bathroom down there all, you know, all the time. It's, old age. You all got something to look forward to. Anyway, thank you for watching.